So the castle was built, it was a fortified palace. Palace means the royal family lived here. It used to be a kingdom. The capital, it's like, any capital of in the world. Delhi was a capital. So was Amer. So Amer needed a fort and castle. The royal family lived here. So the first and second courtyard, they were for common purposes. This one, public tribunal. So the king would hear grievances of the people, he would hear their petition and he would resolve their issues. So that's a public tribunal of that time. So the common people were allowed up to this point. There's another fortress overlooking this one. This is Jaigarh Fort, a military fortress. In case of invasion, the royal family could escape there. So that's why there's a tunnel going up there. The tunnel, and then there's a path going up to the second, the top to the fort on the top of the hill. It was just to provide safe passage to the royal family in case of any attack. The second reason I had this question why they built it, in Rajasthan in India they built castles, royal families, like Buckingham Palace. There are a lot of castles across Europe. So royal family built a castle, but here's a fortified palace. The first courtyard, for example, was used for military parades. You see those buildings at the end of this courtyard. On the first floor, those were for elephants. Those were for elephants. And on the first floor, soldiers used to live. And in the first courtyard, the soldiers would assemble, and it was only used for military parade. Here, we have a beautiful example of Indo-Muslim architecture. I'm going there so that we don't need to stand in the sun. This one is a beautiful example of mix of fusion of Indo-Islamic. What is Indo-Islamic? It's a mix of both worlds, Muslim and Hindu architecture. So you see on top of these columns, elephant head, the symbol of good luck. So that's elephant head. So it's a symbol of good luck. They have used marble and red sandstone. Again, at the middle of the hall, if you look up the ceiling, we have the ceiling is in form of petals of lotus flower. So they have used again the fusion of the marriage of two stones, white marble and red sandstone. The most beautiful part, striking part, what we call the postcard picture. The postcard picture of this palace is the entrance. The entrance, the upper story can be accessed either by a ramp or by steps. There's a stair going up to the upper level. You see this guy over there, so you can go up there as well. On the both sides you get beautiful view. On the one side you will get a beautiful view over the village of Amer, through which we drove. And on the other side you see bird's eye view on the lake where we stopped with our bus. This gate is an example of fresco secco, the painting fresco secco. When the plaster was wet, it is a lime plaster. So they would start painting over it. So the process of carbonization takes place. They use only vegetable dye. It is 300 years old painting here. Fresco. It is not fresco. Vegetable dye, mineral dye. So it would very hard, but vegetable dye, mineral dye, you need to, they are not consistent, or what you call, they lack, this thickness, they do not stick, so they can spread. So they use a certain glue coming from gum tree or different. So that's how difficult it was to get these colors from different vegetables, from different minerals. So when the plaster was still wet, they would paint and they would paint beautifully. And when plaster would dry, the carbonization process would happen because it's lime, and that painting would become permanent part of plaster. It will only go away with the plaster. You cannot sketch it out. You cannot just with your nails and with your. So that's why it is still intact even after 200 years. So that's the after Ganesh fall, it gives you access to the private apartments of the palace. So what I'm going to do, you have free time here, take pictures, go around here. When we go up, you see over to the entrance, the people are sitting on the steps. We'll go up the steps. It's kind of, what we call barbican, because even if there are no gates, you don't get to see what is happening inside. So you just go, and it is always, you have to turn around in order to get access to the private apartments to keep privacy intact. You don't need to close your gates. It doesn't need gates because it's kind of barbican. So the both entrances are placed at odd angles. So it's not direct access. So what you see as if it is blocked because they placed a wall over there. But you need to turn right and then left. Then it takes you to the beautiful garden, sunken garden. You turn left and you can't miss. That is the mirror palace, the palace of mirrors. 100,000 mirrors were used to decorate that. That's when we meet over there. So you have your free time, 10-15 minutes to take pictures and get selfies with your
पंकज साहब आए थे ना
पंकज तेरे साथ होता है
पंकज साहब तो मेरे आए थे उनसे पहले आए पंकज साहब
I'm gonna lose the brakes. Yeah, yeah, beautiful.